Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel Answers by Divine. This is going to be for your quarterly reading, your last quarter of teen, which will consist of the month of November and December. Alright, so this will be for your general quarterly reading. And for the first part, we'll start off with a yes or no answer. Okay, yes or no. So if you have got a question in your mind, you could actually pause the video in a bit. Pause the video if you need to phrase your question carefully. Think about your question and be very specific about what you're asking about in terms of a person's name or an event timing, like yesterday morning, with who and where. So let's say if it's an interview, it could be an interview yesterday morning with which company. All right. So be very specific about what you're asking, who you're asking about. Okay, so all your cards has been shuffled. So while I picked up cards over here, so I'll just show you that. So all your cards has been shuffled. Okay, so I'm just picking them up and rearranging them. So meanwhile, I'll just make an announcement. Right now, I have a long reading deal, a 2 hours long reading deal. All right. So that again will be unlimited question for you at dollars only for 2 hours or more actually. So minimum 2 hours of reading, because for those of you who have gotten a reading from me before, you know that I do a very long read. So that's a deal for you if you will need to. So let's begin. The last deck, just let me pick up the last deck. If you have more than one question, that's fine. I will be having in a few other decks the angel answers as another answer for you. If you have the second question or the third question, there will be this message or advice card. So it could be for your first, second, and third question, or it could just be complementing the first question that you might have. Okay, if you don't really have a second question. Okay, so without further ado, let me just shuffle the last bit and I will lay the spread of yes or no for you. Major arcana and even number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 will be yes card. One last shuffle. All the other cards like court card, knight, page, king, queen, and odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. All this will be a no card. Okay. So one last, did I say one last shuffle? Okay, let's do it again. One last shuffle for Pisces for the last quarter. The question, what is the answer to the question that Pisces might have for this last quarter 2018? Okay, stay with me. Ooh. Okay. 10, 8, Empress, Wheel of Fortune, and 3 of Swords. Alright, so out of 5 cards, okay, I'm not sure whether if you've got your question ready, but pause the video if you need to. Otherwise, now I'm revealing what's on the card over here. What's on the cards over here? Out of 5 cards, I have got 4 cards of yes and 1 card of no. Okay, 10 of wands in reverse, 8 of wands upright. So 8. They are even number, which is a yes, and the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune, that will be major arcana, which is a yes as well. Okay, the only no card is a 3 of Swords, so that's a no, it's an odd number. All right, let me just elaborate on the yes card. What does it mean for you? So you have to apply the meaning of these cards accordingly to your situation or the question that you're asking. For the first, we have 10 of wands. 10 of wands in reverse is really asking you to, sometimes you might have to let go of unnecessary burden, or you might be dealing with unnecessary burden, or you might have to take on more than necessary. It depends on the situation. So let's say, for example, like, can you leave a family situation? Maybe it's telling you, okay, so this is a yes. Yes, it is saying that yes, you can leave a family situation because all these could be unnecessary burdens for you on you. Okay, 10 of wands in reverse. So apply accordingly. But if you are asking something like, should I help a certain someone? All right, and the answer over here, it is saying yes, you should help, but it says there's this 10 of wands in reverse over here. This is unnecessary burden, but it is saying yes, you should help. Yes, you should help, and even if it means taking on unnecessary burden. Okay, this is how you could actually apply the meaning of the cards accordingly. All right, so the Eight of Wands, the next card, Eight of Wands in upright position. This is about progressiveness, about growing. So whatever you do, it will help you to grow, even though it might be additional or unnecessary burden. All right, even though you might like the outcome might not be desirable, but throughout the process it might help you to grow because of this Eight of Wands. It might help you to grow in other way, in certain way. Okay, the next card we have the Empress. All right, so this Empress is so the Empress is someone who has her life settled, like she marries off to the Emperor. She has she lives in a royal palace, like, and this is the Empress, like the queen. Okay, so this Empress is really telling us that everything will turn out, like whatever the process is about, whatever the process is, it should be nurturing. It should be nurturing for you. Like, should you leave a situation? Yes, you should leave. And by leaving the situation, it should be nurturing for you. Or, you know, for example, should you go back to someone, go back to somewhere, a certain place? By going back to the certain place, it might be more nurturing for you. This is where this is the Empress, is what it means over here. Or it could just mean there could be someone who's like someone who could be there to be helping you, and she could be like a figure of an Empress, like a mother, like an Empress. There might be this figure who's able to help you and pull you along in your way. Okay, and the next card we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a card of good luck. Whatever that you do, there's good luck in it. The essence of good luck is in it. It's something which you can actually expect for yourself over here. So apply the meanings of this card accordingly to your question. So overall, if it's too complicated for you, just take the answer yes for you for your question. All right, Pisces, this is for you. So next we will pull the next angel answer card. Okay, so let's see what is the angel answer what is angel answer about for you. If that's for your second question, if you have got a second question in your mind, all right. If you don't have, then let this angel answer be complementing to the first. Okay, but if it's not relevant, if it doesn't sound relevant, then just ignore it. It is not for you. Okay. All right. So let's pull a card. So the angel answer over here, it says, if you believe. Okay, if you believe in what you do, believe in the situation, believe in the person, whatever it can mean to your second question. Okay, one last shuffle. Sorry, mine just shifted and I just shuffled endlessly. Okay, so for the third message card, this is the third message card. If you have got a third question, all right, this will be for you. Let me. So here we go. So the next message card, we have the Knight, triumph over adversity. So this is the answer. This is the card, the Knight, and it says triumph over adversity. Okay, be open-minded. Keep an open mind. All right, keep an open mind in whatever you do, whatever that you're considering. Consider all factors. Factor in more than factor in more. Okay, it is always good to consider more, to think more broadly. All right, so that's what it means. Okay, so now we are proceeding on to lay your 3 months spread. 3 months spread. What is it looking like for you in the next 3 months of November? And one last shuffle for the sign of Pisces. What do we have in the cards for Pisces in this coming 3 months? Okay, here we go. So we're starting off the quarter with Pisces, you always have this card. You always have this card. We're starting this quarter again, you being big hearted, loving, giving a lot of love, necessarily or unnecessarily, reasonably or unreasonably. So Pisces, you always have a lot of love to give. You're always overly caring, which is a good thing, but sometimes you find yourself being hurt because you give too casually. Let's put it this way. Too casual. You need to filter who you're giving your cancer, your concern, your love, care, and concern to. Okay? Have awareness. Be sure and be in the know of what you're doing. Because sometimes, Pisces, you're so dreamy that you might not have the clarity, or you might not be aware of what the situation that you're in, what you're doing. You just want to do it. Like, I feel like doing it, I want to do it. This is you, Pisces. So there needs to be clarity in you. You need to know who and what you're giving to. Okay? Partnership obviously is not for you in this last quarter of the year. And it says that you have to filter out. There's this strong filtering. Okay? You have to filter out and block out, cut out whatever tumor meaning to say people, person, or places, or situation. Cut out whatever that's no longer serving you. Partnership doesn't seem to work for you in this quarter, meaning to say you might be better off alone. You for whatever, if it's a project that you have to work on it alone. Be independent and not be relying on others. So rely only on yourself. Trust only yourself in this quarter of the year. Okay? Partnership don't seem to help you in any way. It seems to only pull you back and draw you back. Okay? The Lovers is in reverse. The Four of Wands, stability, is in reverse. Okay? This is the Lovers in reverse. And this Four of Wands in reverse. So cut out, pull back, draw back from whatever that's not serving you. Five of Swords, blocking of communication. Okay? So block out and have some filter. This is what I'm saying. Filter, have some filter. You know, the Pisces that I know really has got no filter. Or otherwise they are filtering out too much. They like over it is really extreme, two very extreme polar of you Pisces. Okay? And it seems to me that at some point in this quarter of the year, you might find yourself drifting back or going towards people of the past businesses where you have already closed the book and closed the chapter. You find yourself drifting back, going back to revisit or knocking on people's door like, hey, how are you? You know how sometimes people from the past come back to us, but you are the type where you will go back. You will be others past going back to them. Okay? If this is how I see it. Okay? So stop giving too casually is what I'm saying. Stop being too overly sensitive, overly loving, or caring, overly caring, or overly caring, or overly sensitive towards others. You know, sometimes when people are being kind to us, you might just instantly take it as, oh, this person loves me, this person likes me. You could be oversensitive sometimes, and you would easily attract people who will manipulate you, people who are manipulative, Pisces. It is telling me, I'm not telling you about the nature of Pisces, but I'm telling you in this quarter, this is what I'm saying. You will naturally attract people who are more dominant sometimes, who will work their way through, who knows how to play their game, who knows their cards. Okay, so just be careful. I'm not saying no, I'm not saying totally it is a no, but I'm just saying that have some filter. And you will find yourself being in a situation where one party is always giving and one party is always taking, is the taker and one is always the giver, and it is always the case. There is no balancing out or there is no switching of roles. It will seem one of the party, if it's you or if it's not you, then the other person, one of you will feel imbalanced when it comes to the emotional satisfaction. Like one of you will have grudges, like why am I always the one? I'm always the one taking the initiative or taking the approach, approaching them. Like I'm always the one asking, like I'm the one who wanted more than anyone else. Why am I always the one? So there will be this imbalance, emotional imbalance over here. Someone, if it's not you, then it would be the other person, the other party that you are dealing with, Pisces. Okay. So what I'm seeing over here, the cards are telling me that in this quarter, Pisces, you are actually encouraged to take a new approach, do something which you have never done before, which you never see yourself doing. Take a new approach or include in some risk over here. Okay, include in some risk. But of course, whatever risk that we take in our life, doesn't matter you Pisces or not, all the risk needs to be calculated risk. Okay, you need to already know, project or forecast what's the worst outcome, what's the best case scenario or worst case scenario. So Pisces, in this reading, what I'm having over here, there's nothing new when we come to talk about Pisces. This is always the case. This is always the personality. This is the, I'm almost reading and telling about the, the sign of Pisces. What's their traits, what's their trademark, what's their behavior, what's their mindset. This is exactly your mindset, and this is almost nothing to do with like the quarterly reading. It is not like, oh, this quarter you are meeting with something special, some new event or newness. No, this whole reading over here is telling me that it is always the same because your practices are always the same. You always take the same approach, do the same thing, only for the same result to be happening, to be unfolding for you. Okay, going back to the past, knocking back on the past people's door, be other people's ex or be other people's past, you are the one going back to them. Not people coming to you, but you are the one going back. So it is asking us over here, Pisces, to work on yourself, to be less giving and work on yourself. Why less giving? Because we have the Six of Pentacles over here. This is about giving. This is less giving. So be less giving and or consider who you're giving yourself to, okay? And work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on your life. Eight of Pentacles. Be clear about what do you really want to achieve in your life. Okay, have some clarity, have some awareness, self-awareness. What, connect yourself, think, review what is really happening in your life thus far. Because for all the good and all the bad, it is all due to your own actions, your behavior, your decision making. Okay, so at one point in time throughout this quarter, there will come a time where there will come a time where you will have to consider about a person, a place, or a situation very thoroughly, carefully. Thorough consideration, thorough decision making time. It's almost like Two of Wands, but no, this is Seven of Pentacles. Consider carefully, how do you utilize, how much do you give yourself, how do you expand yourself. Expand yourself meaning to give yourself away. How much are you giving away to others? Giving yourself away to others, your time, your material, your emotional, your mind, your mental, your time. Okay, consider there will be a time, there will come a time where you will ponder about, why am I always the one? Like, you are always the one, Pisces. So this reading, really, this whole reading points me back to the typical trait of you, Pisces. Nothing new, nothing new. Everything, Pisces, you have always been giving unconditionally, which is good, which is not a bad thing. But because of how external people are, how the outside world are, people always take advantage of our kindness. So because of that, you have to have some self control. Self control, if that's how what I would call it. Okay, control. No, not exactly control. It doesn't sound right. Okay, whatever it is, you know what I mean. So Pisces, and the message card over here says triumph over adversity. Adversity is being open to more options, open to more possibilities, and not always be going back to the same old place, same old situation, same old people from the past. Open, triumph over adversity. Open up your stream, your channel. Don't be so mainstream. Do something different this time. Adopt a different approach. Okay, but otherwise there is nothing really too bad about this reading. It is just saying that you will find yourself in this quarter, in this during these 3 months, having to have some filter, only because others are making you having doubts in yourself. Others are injecting doubts in you about yourself. They might be making you feeling lousy about yourself, feeling like, why am I not accepted? But you know what, Pisces, it is not because you're not good. It is because people don't appreciate you for who you are. People do not appreciate your kindness. So consider carefully. And for the first yes or no, we are saying that you are taking on unnecessary burden. Again, I do not know your situation. I do not know whether if it should or it shouldn't be, but this is naturally you. You're taking on more than necessary, and you're always taking on, be in the front line for others. Like, if there's any gun shoot, any riots, you are always the one who gets shoot first. Okay, the overall energy over here, it is 9 of Wands. It is you. This is you. This energy is you. This 9 of Wands is really a lot about letting your guards down, letting your guards off. And this is you. You are too casual about giving yourself away. I'm not saying physically or what. No, I'm saying you are too giving, just too giving, Pisces. I haven't give that much attention to you, Pisces, and this is the time, this is the reading now. I want to give a lot of attention to you, Pisces. I want to take this chance to tell you that you have to stop giving yourself too casually. You have to stop trusting the outside world, because Pisces, you belong to under the sea. You are under the sea. You don't really know what's happening on the land. You are the fish in the tank. Do you really know what's happening up there on the land? On the land? No, you don't. You don't walk on the land. You don't live on the land. You live in a different space altogether. You live in a different space altogether. Unlike the air signs, air, they are all around. They can be in the water. Water, there's air sex as well, or in the air, on land. Air sign. So that's air signs. Water sign, you, especially you being the fish, you can never live on land. You do not know what the people on the land are. You are just a very different creature altogether, but a kind and a good soul you are. Okay, Pisces. Okay, this is what I have for you. If you need a monthly breakdown, continue to watch out for your monthly reading. Otherwise, if you need a personal reading, they are available in different options, various options in the description box below. Till then, Pisces, please take care of yourself, love yourself more, and not give yourself away. Okay, I care for you and I wish you good luck. Bye bye.